All right, I think we're live. Yay!
Woo!
Welcome, everyone. We are here. It is Fearless Friday, and I have a real treat for you guys today. So we have Gaelen from the Style Sherpa. She is so awesome, you guys. So we got to meet Dave last week, and I met Dave and Gaelen at the same time. And just like
Of
Dave,
course you did. Of course.
of course, they're always the ultimate networkers. They're always together at every networking thing, which is so smart. And just like Dave, I was like, doesn't matter what she does, I just love her immediately, right? So I was like, I don't know what your business is, but I like you. You're awesome. So I've gotten to know her over the years and different things that I've done and different things that she's done, but she is the Style Sherpa, and she is going to talk to us about some awesome things. So welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's so much fun to see you on this beautiful sunny day.
I know, finally, right? Finally, we got a nice day.
Yes.
Although my counterpart Kim is in Jamaica, so she's had a lot of sunny days. So I keep telling her, send the sunshine our way.
I'm headed to Florida on Sunday, so I'll pack some back and bring it back for you. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Push it up towards us.
I will.
So talk to us about building this awesome business that you have. So first tell us about the Style Sherpa and what you do. And then I'd love for you to talk a little bit about your journey as being a female entrepreneur and being awesome and building a business.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's fun. Let's talk about all of that.
Let's do it.
So I am the Style Sherpa, and so I work with my clients to show them how to use their clothing as tools to find purpose, possibility, and insight, and gain confidence. Mm-hmm. So using your clothing and accessories as tools to support you so that you can then go out and do the magical thing that you do for the world. Right. So dress for yourself, support yourself the first thing in the morning, and then go out. And so I work with my clients to hold their hand through that process and to delve a little deep in understanding who they are. So I use a variety of modalities, which sort of make up my methodology called conscious dressing. And I use Dressing Your Truth from Carol Tuttle. I use human design. I use astrology, the chakras, archetypes. I use all these different things to help me sort of help my clients understand themselves on a deeper level, and then so they can know how to support themselves, what to add in their wardrobe, what to wear out that day. And it's just so empowering, and I love what I do.
Yeah.
But you know, when I started my business, let's see, I'm in business 8 years, like just 8 years, like this month, 8 years. Woo, 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 woo.
Congrats.
It looked very different what I did.
I bet.
It did. And so I, like any other typical entrepreneur, I'm a DIYer, baby. I'm a do it myself, right? I'm on the shoestring. I don't have a lot of money. I'm going to make this work. I can figure it out because I'm that girl. If I don't know how to do it, I'm going to figure it out. Right. So the first year, I thought I could figure it out. I had a few clients and I was doing my thing, and I was like, okay, but it wasn't really working great. I hadn't even started networking. I was selling Sherpa jewelry in addition to going into people's wardrobes. Mm-hmm. Then I said, you know what? This whole networking thing, I think I'm supposed to do this. So let me go out and see what this is about. And so I said, I'm going to make myself a goal, one networking event a month. Mm-hmm. That's why I said one networking event a month. Okay. So I went to the least scariest event I could find. I didn't know anything about networking. I'm like, what's the least intimidating thing I could find? So I found this lovely group of women in North Attleboro. And I'm like, it was $5 to go. I'm like, that's not intimidating. I can do that. All right. Even if I had to drive across the border, I'm okay with that because I'm not from Rhode Island originally. So I'm okay.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm totally cool with that. So I went to this event and I met some lovely people. And from that event, a woman said, hey, I'm going to this Chamber of Commerce thing. You should come. It's next week. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Send me the information. She goes, great. So she didn't actually end up going to that Chamber of Commerce event, but I did.
Oh, okay.
And that was very intimidating for me to walk into, because that's chock full of men, right? And businesses, like established businesses, but it was a big open social chamber event. And that's where I met Dave.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So my second ever networking event is where I met Dave.
And now you guys are like in separate. It's like you can't go to a networking event and not see the two of you guys together.
No, we are totally
Fun, I know
inseparable. We're like the Wonder Twins.
I love it. I love that you guys have that support of each other. It's
But
really
he
so
showed me
awesome.
how to network, and then of course I became a client of his, and he was doing his first iteration of sort of one-off coaching, right?
Yeah.
And I would do a session here and there, and that's actually one of the things that helped my business thrive and start turning corners and shifting, is by talking with someone who was like, there's no way you'll stay in business if you continue charging what you're charging and doing what you're doing.
I feel like a lot of us need to hear that.
Holy, absolutely, absolutely. And I was like, there's no way I could charge more. Absolutely. I mean, and boy, we would go back and forth, and I argued. And it wasn't until I finally said, fine, I'll show you. I'm gonna raise my prices. And you know what happened?
It works.
I got more clients. Like that.
Look at that.
It was the most ridiculous thing. I'm like, did not make my point here. Did not make my point. It was awesome.
Right.
And that's when I was like, you know what? Stop doing it alone.
Yeah.
Get help. You can't do it all yourself. And I think that's the biggest lesson that I have learned. And so every year I, through meeting with Dave and other people, have tweaked my business, and it's a constant tweaking and pivoting. And it fulfills me because I'm growing and pivoting and evolving as a human. So now it's nice that my business gets to grow with me.
I love that.
Yeah.
That.
So it's
shirt
right.
Today. Look, it says, know your worth, then add the tax.
Yes. I actually did a post in my Facebook group about know your worth today.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Right on target, baby.
I love that you recognize. So what I love about you is that, so you were like, you were kind of had like a fear, right, of going out and putting yourself out there, but you did it anyway, which is awesome, right?
Yep.
So you started small. You took a step, even if it was a small, tiny step. Then you took another step. Then you took another step. Then you reached out. You reached up, and now it's 8 years later and you're doing awesome. And I love that. I mean,
oh my God. And my business looks completely different. The things I'm doing, the things I've tried. And, I call it being green lighted by the universe. So when I first decided to jump off and do this, I kept getting green lights. I said, and I was like, okay, so I'm being green lighted. And now it's something that I look for. So when I'm hitting sort of roadblocks, I'm like, I am not hitting any green lights. What's going on here? What needs to shift? What needs to change? And, by working on that, on your business, all of a sudden it's like, oh, green light again. Okay. Universe is saying, yes, that's the direction. You hit all that traffic. And then you're like, okay, I'm getting blocks everywhere. What do I need to know? What do I have to do to find a clear path, a road with a green light on it for me? And that's, it's a hard road. And that's why I'm so glad I have collected this tribe of people.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know a lot of people have probably seen that graphic that's like, I don't know if it's a meme or a graphic, but it's like the road to success. And it's like, it goes like this, and it goes down. It's like, I think sometimes, as entrepreneurs and especially as women, we tend to be hard on ourselves and be like, well, why haven't I gotten here yet? And why haven't I done that? So, it's good to remember there's peaks and valleys, right? So you got to ride out the valleys so you can get to the peaks, but it evens out. You just got to stick with it. And I love that, that's what you've done. And not only have you done that, but you've also, poured into yourself, leaned on others, and done all these awesome things. And you're living proof that works. I love that.
It does work. And I'm super excited because what has come out of my growth as an individual, all my studies and all these different modalities, I was able to go, oh my gosh, I get to create something for my clients that's going to help them. So It was like, it started out being sort of a self-care, almost a selfish act, but selfish is okay. And it turned into, oh my God, I have got something here, and
Yeah,
I just got so excited to be able to bring it to my clients, and my clients are loving it because it's just so supportive. It's just
yeah.
the ultimate support.
So I love that you're not just dressing people, right? Or making style decisions for them, but you're really getting down to like who they are and what they're trying to get, the message. You're like the marketing of clothing.
Well,
Right? I love
they say, if we are our brand and you want to
that.
dress for the job, I'm like, but there needs to be an authenticity to that.
Yes. Yes.
And if you or your brand, don't put on a uniform that doesn't suit you,
Right.
because people will sense it energetically. They may not always know what's off, but they'll be like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying this and you're looking like this, and something's not meeting,
Right.
something's not right. But when you are aligned, it opens up everything, and people are like, oh, I love this person. And people who don't, that self weeds, because let's face it, we don't always want to work with everybody. Not
Right.
everybody's, we're not right for everybody, and everybody's not right for us.
That's a huge, huge point, right? Because sometimes we tend to, especially with those of us, and there's a lot of people in the group that are network marketers, right? So we tend to like, oh, that person was interested, so we kind of harp on that, or well, that person might want to join my team, right? And it's like maybe they do, but they might not be the right fit. So sometimes it's hard to walk away from that. But that's a good point. As a business owner, you have to be prepared to say, maybe this isn't the right fit. Maybe this is not, you
And
know.
that mindset right there is a scarcity mindset. I have to take whatever comes at me, and I have to chase it.
Right.
But you find that if you chase something, it generally is going to run away. If you're being chased, you're going to run, right? But if
Right.
you sit back and let it come to you when it's right, when it's ready, it's a much better experience for everyone involved. And
Definitely.
nobody feels like they've gotten their arm twisted, or they're like, oh, what did I do? Buyer's remorse kind of thing. So
It's funny because we get, when we onboard a client to do their marketing, we're like, okay, I don't want to know about your product. I want to know about what is your mission, what is your vision, who's your ideal client, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing on the individual level, and that's so important. And hi, Amanda, by the way, she said 100, finding the right fit in your clients is everything. Yeah.
yes, it is. Hi, Amanda.
Right? It's like
Yes.
doing the right thing for the client, but also I think getting the client to realize what we're doing is for them to speak to the right client, right? So it's like we've got to say the right thing, but we also want to speak to the right person, because
Right.
we don't want to sit, we don't want to sell women's clothing to a man who doesn't wear women's clothing, right? So on and so forth. So I love that you really delve deep into that aspect of it. That's so awesome.
Yeah. And as you said, finding your ideal client, that was sort of this buzzword phrase that I was like, I don't know what that means. I can work with anybody. But
Right.
working through the exercises, through the tribe that I'm in with Dave, and that group there has been freaking eye-opening to me,
Right?
because I was a little miss. I don't do goals, and I don't do this, and I don't do that, and now I do all of those things, and it's really, really freaking helpful.
Well, what's funny is like there's so many things out there, and there's so many things that we're like, oh, we're supposed to do this, and they tell us to do this and tell us to do that, right? Like I'm super guilty of that, especially with network marketing. Like I know all the things. Like I could sit here and tell you all the things that you should do in network marketing, and I don't do a single thing. Right? So sometimes having those people around you and just doing that simple thing, right? That simple, like success is in the simplicity, they say, right? So the simple, routine, mundane things that you do repeatedly over and over again, it's crazy. Once you actually do them, you're like, wow, this is much easier when I actually do it rather than just think about it.
And I think probably the best way to do that is to know how can you get into that new habit that honors how you function. So a
Yeah.
lot of us try to do things in a way that doesn't work for how we function as a human. But if you can get a deeper understanding of yourself and of what you're trying to accomplish, then you're like, oh, I can do that, but it's not going to look necessarily like that. I'm going to have it look like this.
Yeah.
And then that feels really good for me. Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. But I thought I had to follow this exactly like, a recipe. But, to me, recipes are always just suggestions in my world.
right? Sprinkle a little
Yeah,
extra salt and sugar.
exactly. A pinch of this, a dash of that, and a whole lot of
Right?
the other stuff. That's
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about talk to us a little bit about some style tips, because one of the things that I love, and I saw this, I think it came up in your newsfeed, it must have been a memory or something. So one time Gaelen decided that her tree skirt was
Oh,
better than an actual skirt and did a who wore it best. And I was like, I freaking love her, right? Like what a great out of the box thinking. And that got everybody talking on social media, right? And there she is, cute little thing with a little tree skirt on. And I'm like, oh yeah, she wore it better than the tree. So talk to us a little bit about, the dressing for success and that kind of stuff. And I know you're not going out and telling people to wear tree skirts, but
well, although, I mean, really, it's funny. I was standing in line with my girlfriend and it was at Christmas time, and we were holding all our stuff, and it was a long line, and and I'm looking over, I'm like, isn't that the cutest poncho I have ever seen? And I'm like, oh my God, I would totally wear that. I went over and touched, I'm like, oh, well, that's a tree skirt. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I made my tree skirt. It was like, I made it out of fabrics and trims, and is like custom made. And I'm like, I have a really pretty tree skirt. I'll wear my tree skirt. I'll wear my skirt. That's what I want to do.
right? And it looks cute.
It was so much. So it was like wear your ugly Christmas sweater
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
So I wore my tree skirt instead. And I just felt so elfish and fun. And it was very authentic to me. I had the most fun that day because I felt sort of like a little elf running around and spreading Christmas joy. And to me, getting dressed, that when you get dressed in the morning, you really need to honor whatever version of you needs to be honored that day.
Yes, that's a great.
Because it really will make you behave better if you feel seen. And the first person you see is you. So, pay attention to you first thing, and to start your day with a little bit of self-care like that. Like, that's just the best way to say, you know what, you're loved, and I'm going to dress you however you need to dress today. And, what does that mean? What does that look like? And then we'll make it appropriate for where we're going and who we're seeing. But let's start out with a little me first. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I've never seen Gaelen in just like one single color. She's always patterns and fun, and I love it. It's authentic.
Right. Because for me, that's what I need. And every day I have to have something fun and playful. That's important to me. But as other people are like, well, I need calm, or I need steadiness, or I like order. Like, and so for everybody, it's like, okay, well, let's figure out how we can put together a wardrobe and styling it for you that really supports you.
Yeah.
And that's empowering.
So when you work with clients, how does that process go? Do you take them shopping? Do you shop for them? Do you how does it go? Because it sounds fun.
Well, yeah, it's funny because my business has taken a big turn in the last few months, and now I'm working with my clients regular on a monthly basis, and so quarterly. So I work 3 months at a time, and some of them it's just basically just every month. And so it's almost like keeping me on retainer, having the Sherpa on retainer, So we do a styling every month. I send online shopping links. We do card pulls. I do check-ins. And so whatever it is the client is needing style wise, I'm in constant contact with them and saying, okay, what are you doing? Are you traveling? Are you speaking? Are you seeing family? Is that stressful? Because our personal life is just as important as our business life. And, is dealing with your crazy Aunt Sally gonna like put you over the edge? And okay, how can you support yourself so that you don't murder Aunt Sally at the family gathering, right? Like, we don't want that, because orange is a hard color to wear for many of us. So let's just, if we can be a little more zen.
Yes. Unfortunately, orange is no longer the new black.
Right, exactly. And yes, we can all wear the colors, but you have to find the right tone, the right shade, whatever works for you. Or maybe it's just an earring, right? An orange earring.
Right.
So yeah, I get to work with my clients on a regular basis now, which is so fulfilling for both of us, as opposed to a one-off, hey, let me look through your wardrobe, or hey, let me
Right.
bring you some clothes. Because then it's like, okay, I get it for today, but then it's like, am I gonna it's a skill you have to practice like
Right.
anything else.
Right.
And to
Right.
have someone to talk it over with and say, you know what, I'm not sure what to do here. I did have a client contact me recently, and she was going through a very difficult thing. And she's like, I'm not sure what to wear today to get through this very difficult thing. And
Mhm.
so we just talked for about a half an hour. And we sort of like, hey, how about this? And how does that going to make you feel? And she ended up wearing something that really supported her during that difficult day. And she was like, this was really, really good. It helped me get through the day. It helped me realize I could get through this day. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So,
Yeah. I love that. And I don't think we really think about that, right?
nope.
When we pick our wardrobes or we pick what we're wearing. I mean, I know for me, I work from home. So I mean, I picked my shirt appropriately today, right? But I know, especially with a lot of us working from home, it's like, oh, which pajama pants shall I wear today? But really now that the world is starting to hopefully get back to a little semi-normalcy, just I love that conscious, what you called it, conscious dressing, right?
Conscious dressing, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny. Somebody said, "Well, did COVID sort of kill that?" And I said, "Actually, COVID made a point for me. COVID proved my point, because people stayed home and they wore their yoga pants and their pajamas,
Mhm.
and their mental health started to decline.
Right. Right.
And they were on Zoom a lot, and I know the Zoom exhaustion, and but they were looking at themselves or not looking at themselves, not turning on their camera. Do you know what that says to you? If
Yeah.
you're not willing to have your camera on,
Yes.
that is a message to your soul that is not good,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that's saying, I don't want to be seen, I don't feel like I should be seen.
Yeah.
Mm. What's important is put something on that makes you happy. Like, and why shouldn't we have been doing that during COVID?
Yep.
And I did. And I actually went through a time where I wasn't. I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And my mental health declined big time. And I said, okay, physician, heal thyself. Like, get your butt up, go change your clothes. And
Yeah.
I was like, yep, okay, I've got to do this. And now every day it's, what do I need today? And I get excited because sometimes I use like my card decks to inspire me. If you follow me on social media, I'll do like my Monday card pulls.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'm like, ooh, I don't know what to wear. What am I needing? So I'll pick a deck and I'll pull a card and let that card inspire my outfit.
I love it. Love it. The
It's like
power
starting your
of,
day with poetry, right? Like that's,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. People watch motivational videos. I mean, there's all kinds of things to get you ready for the day, right? But I don't think that we place enough importance on really what we wear, right? And
right.
it's more than just comfort and how we look and that kind of stuff, but really, like you said, how it makes us feel. And it's funny, it reminds me of one of my favorite people on the planet. She's just amazing. So her name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She just retired. She was the number one elite executive, some big long title in Mary Kay. She earned over $13 million in just commissions in Mary Kay. She broke every record there was to break. And every time you would love her, you got to look her up. Every time you see her, she's got something on that is just, she actually reminds me of you a little bit. She's just got something on that you're just like, oh man, that is just beautiful. And it looks great on her. And it's got big puffy sleeves and it's got, it's just so authentically her, but it's always something that's really sharp. And she talks a lot about dressing for the part. And, she talks a lot about some of the same things you talk about, but I just, as you're talking, I'm just picturing her in like this hot pink dress with big sleeves or something. And it's like, she is the most energetic, positive person that I on the planet, I think. I mean, it's insane, but just connecting that now in my brain from listening to you and her message of being positive and powerful and a leader and the way that she dresses, like it totally makes sense, right? If she went out in sweatpants, she wouldn't be like, hey, everybody, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it just
Yep.
makes such a difference. So
Yeah, she just innately knows what she needs and how
yeah,
she needs to show up.
yeah,
And some of us have that and some of us don't. And that's why I do what I do, to show those who are not truly tapped into what they need to help guide them to find that out.
I love that. I love it. Love. So what would you say? Let's leave us with what would you say is like your top like style tip for us, right? For those of us who are like in the Zoom haze, right? With the filter on in the background, the mess behind me. What is your post-COVID or COVID recovery period tip for that's an easy thing we can implement to dress for success or for life and to be, positive and happy?
I would say make sure that you have some things in your wardrobe that truly speak to your heart. Even if it's just one piece. If you can have one piece that means something to you and connect with that, that's the beginning of your awareness and your conscious dressing journey.
I love that. I'm typing that out so that we don't miss it, of the conscious dressing journey. I love it. Awesome. Go out and get you some pieces that you love, guys. Throw them on.
That you love. And don't say, when will I ever wear this? If you love it, I guarantee you I can show you how to wear it and when and where to wear it.
I love it.
If it speaks to your soul, it should be yours.
Right. Don't save it for a special occasion.
No. We don't save things. Don't save things. No, we wear them.
I love it. I love it. Well, it is always a pleasure to speak to you. You are so awesome. I love your energy. I love your positivity. I love that your business is going so well. I've always been a cheerleader for you.
I know. You're such a sweetie pie.
It's so funny too, because I think you were the first person when I started in Mary Kay. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I got to ask somebody to come to this thing and I don't know who to ask. And I was like, and I asked you and I was like, hey, do you think you could come to this thing? And I was like, it was the first time I'd ever even opened my mouth and asked anyone to do anything Mary Kay wise. And she was like, oh, of course. And you came and you were so gracious. And I was like, oh my God, I was terrified. It was like, it reminded me of what you were saying about the networking event, but it just proves, right? You got to take that baby step first, but just do it, right? You just got to open the mouth and make the words come out. So I love that since then your journey has taken you on a wild ride, and I love that you are doing great. And I hope you continue to do great. I love what you're doing. And if you guys have questions, I'm going to tag her in the comments so you can check out your conscious dressing group is a public group.
Yes. No, it's a private group, but I just get, you can just, it's one quick question. So it's conscious dressing with the Style Sherpa on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I'd love to have people follow me on Insta and join the group. It would be phenomenal.
Ooh, I bet there's some really cool stuff on your Insta.
Yeah, this is totally fun. Yeah, I have a good time with that. And my Facebook, a conscious dressing Facebook group, I'm creating some rich stuff right now. And I've got new programs coming out. I'm just like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I'm really excited about. So I am the Style Sherpa pretty much across all platforms, LinkedIn and Facebook and Insta and all that kind of stuff. So I would love to have everybody join us.
Yeah, go check it out if you guys want more tips, and guys and girls, I should say, want to check it out and learn more. We'll post the links in the comments. And thank you so much for sharing your light with us today. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me.
Awesome. All right. Well, you are already dressed for success. So you go on. Awesome.
I am.
Awesome. So next week, we're going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to talk to Sherry Mercurio, who is a powerhouse real estate agent. Ooh. And she talk about positivity. Like, this woman is the most focused, driven, positive based person that I know. So I'm super excited to talk to her. It's going to be so fun. Because I've known her a long time too, and she is like a rock star. So I love that we can have these conversations and share with you guys and learn from the best. And so I'm excited for next week too. So
yeah, that sounds awesome.
Enjoy your day, and we will I'm gonna post those links so people can check you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye.